I don't even know what kind of intro and introduction I keep doing, but let's get straight to the point. So, hello everyone, Peon03 here. Now, this is just gonna be a spoiler-free version of the movie that I just saw yesterday with my brother and my sister of the live-action adaptation remake of How to Train Your Dragons. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but let me tell you. Let me get straight up to get straight to the point what I'm about to say. The cast and crew, it was so brilliant. The whole cast, like the actors and actresses, like my gosh, even if it's a different version, live action and remake, I know some people are gonna criticize most likely the actors who play Astrid in this version of the remake, which I learned sources and I don't know rumors I can say that Dean DeBliss, the director from the original and the remake, Astrid was originally going to be not really blonde, if you guys didn't learn, but that's just a little insight. I mean, probably I'll show some footage or images, or about probably share the link in the description from the credit of somebody that mentions about it, so where I got that resource from. But I'm okay with the actors who did Astrid, honestly, because she did a great performance, same as I believe Mason was the actor who played Hiccup in this remake, and the same actor who plays Stoic the Vast in this remake. He resigned his role. That's crazy how he came back to play the character, aside from the original trilogy of the animated one. Do the remake of live action. That's crazy. I mean, it really fits him, and no one can do it better. Which, honestly, I'm glad that he came back only for the remake, and I can tell the sequel. Well, you know what happened in the second film when it comes to him. But in all seriousness, yeah, like even with Hiccup's crew with Astrid, it's different. But I can say I cannot spoil the story, like I said, but there were some differences I can say, but some things could be the same, some things could be cut out. I gave some details here and there, but I just want to let y'all know that I'm not trying to spoil and give any details too much. But I can say I want y'all to experience like literally everything about the story. That could be some differences, there could be something else, or something more to it. And I learned from sources that I thought there was a post credits. Trust me, there's no post credits. I sticked through the entire end. Well, there was a little thing, but it wasn't that important. But it was part of the movie. But yet, it wasn't spoilers. I'm trying my best. Like I said, I'm not trying to like give any spoilers away. But I can say, ever since the announcement before the film's release, they're already making a sequel, which is obvious, like in the original trilogy. And yeah, it's understandable because the budget of this remake was 150 million on the budget, and the box office, the opening was going big, and it was the greatest box office in the mall. And even the reviews on Rotten Tomato, you can basically tell by the image that I'm showing you right now, and even the box office that I'm showing you by images. That's crazy. Part of me feels like I want to doubt myself that it would not be as good, but somehow Disney, or not Disney, DreamWorks, Universal, prove everyone wrong, and the doubters are literally, my doubts gone away until the live action remake really got successful. And also, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. I was busy helping out my family with some stuff, and I was thinking to myself later I was about to change the suit for no, I don't know if I should say no reason, but for the occasion, just because I was kind of like good looking because the suit thing. But yeah, okay, that doesn't matter. But let's get back to the review. So I need to remember what I just said. I believe I haven't checked the footage, but all I can say is that I'm trying my best not to give any spoilers on the film, like I said once again. But yeah, what I can say without giving any detailed spoilers, I could say watching the film was like a good reimagination to the original to the remake. There's some complete differences, yeah, and I know some people criticize how the dragon designs was really shown a little glimpse here and there from the commercials, the advertisement, or even somewhere on social media. I mean, Toothless design is not perfect, let me tell you that. But some people compare the live action CGI look of Toothless in the movie than that one, animatronic looking thing that kind of looks more realistic than the one that we got from the movie version, which I don't know if it's too much of a hypocrite move, but it's just a thought. But anyways, honestly, I'm okay with the designs of the dragons. They look unique and yet realistic enough. The other dragons, yeah, but they have some expressions. They trying to look like realistic look of dragons, unlike the the animated one. And all the Vikings, like the males and females and the ones of the characters and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm trying to think what I think about this film. What I learned, I don't know if this is true, but I learned that behind the scenes, I heard Dean DeBlase, or the director of the remake, he actually included himself as one of the Vikings. And I'm like, makes sense. It really makes sense for sure. And what else I need to say? The music itself, they really brought back the OG for the remake, which they gotta do a little bit slightly different as it being the remake, but the original is somewhere close to it. And yeah, I'm trying to think to myself, like, is it better than the original? No, but it's somewhere equally close to it. But nothing can beat the original, and this really shows that Disney live action remakes don't really like stand on its own and never hold a candle. It never like hold anything up to make the original and the classic like better. Like, come on, live action remakes does not make it better. Like, for example, what if I say Snow White was a complete waste of a project because they had to cancel Tangle, but yet not only Tangle, but guess what? All I can say is that Lilo and Stitch got the box office up, but the thing is, thanks to the reviews and thanks for everybody who haven't seen the film, I'm not trying to spoil it, but there's three problems with the film, which I'm not going to get into, but I'll say that from a different video. What I think about Lilo and Stitch, maybe on a community post, or maybe in the comments. I'm not sure I'm going to describe that. But I can say when I talk about originals, Dean and Chris, that means Chris Sanders, both creators of the original of Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragons, are legends no matter what. And I'm glad that the OG and the remake director of the How to Train Your Dragons, Dean DeBlood, just came back to bring the passionate part of the franchise coming back. But they gotta do something slightly different, which part of me feels like I was being doubtful the first time when I saw the teaser and trailer. But until the movie came out and the box office and even the reviews, literally everything, it really proves itself that Universal did it better than Disney live action adaptations of the other classics originals. Because this is the IP of How to Train Your Dragons from DreamWorks end. But for Universal, having the idea, taking their time, knowing what they gotta do, and having more content into the remake. I learned what Dean said on an interview, or I believe from some sources or article I learned, that the original did not have much time, but it gives more time for the remake to add more lengths of minutes timings. Like I said, no detail, no spoiler. Once again, I keep repeating myself. Just like I'm trying my best not to like spoil and give any detail what happened in the film. Even if some things are the same, there might be slight differences, I can say. But if you're new to the remake, go right ahead. But if you already seen the original and you want to see how the live action adaptation to the film, you let me know. If you already seen it, let me know what's your thoughts. Was it worth it? To me, it was. The actors and actresses, were they worth it? They were good? Yes, they did. I'm glad. No matter what, like, part of me feels like I felt nostalgia to watch the original. I remember how it went, but how they did it, how they replicate how the remake will go, aside from the music, the cast and crew, the setup, and the passionate build up for this remake. I mean, like I said, once again, they're already playing a sequel, so we gotta wait for another 2 years, which they gotta take them time to just do what the original trilogy animated one did. And what I learned from director Dean Blitz has addressed the fact that he's gonna put a darker tone in the sequel, and that's something. Darker tone. I wonder how that's gonna play out in the second one, which I cannot wait because I already imagine how the original went of the sequel and the third installment. But I okay. I'm not sure this is true, but have you all learned articles or sources that probably there might be some rumors or conversation from DreamWorks or even Universal, or most likely DreamWorks, that they might go back to the original trilogy for a fourth installment, and maybe it could be true depending on Dean's decision. Who knows? If it's possible, some people say it's pointless and unnecessary, but some people say, what if we have a fourth installment that got something to do with Toothless backstories, like the origins, or they might play that in the third installment live action. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. Maybe there might be some continuation on the third installment, which y'all know what happened in the original and how the third film ended, which it felt like it was a good finale. It kind of hits hard. It did not sit right in some people's opinion. I'm not really sure. But I'm sorry if I'm changing the subject to the original to the remake and stuff. But all I can say, the remake is good. I don't want to be too much of a hypocrite to saying that Disney's live action adaptation sucks. Well, not that much, but like Lilo and Stitch, it was good, decent, but it was not good because of the three problems that I will mention after this one. But the following video is going to be the review, maybe spoiler free or just straight up spoilers what I think about the film. I'm going to rank the hell out of that film, but still, um, I'm going to try my best to put this video up, depending on the recording and editing, and pull it up tonight. And yeah, like I said, if you're already seen the film, let me know in the comments below, or maybe in the community post, or probably the video following after this. I'll probably give the spoiler one. I'll think about it, but for now, spoiler free. I haven't given any spoilers, but if you've already seen the original and the remake, or first time watching the remake and you go back to the original, all over the place, you let me know what you think about the original trilogy and what you think about the remake as well. Just everything. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta get meet up with somebody on the call. So that's all. Y'all take care. Please let me know what you think about How to Train Dragons. Go watch it in theaters right now, and the box office is going up good, and the reviews is going good. Maybe I'll watch it again in theaters. I'm not sure. That maybe just me, but I felt nostalgic for watching the film. But that's all. Y'all take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Take care, my people. Bye. Woohoo.